our channel. So in the previous session we have discussed about the date and time module in Python, and today we'll discuss about the time delta function available in Python. So time delta function. Time delta. So this is a function, okay? Time delta is a function. So which is available in date time library. Date time library. So that means in order to use this time delta, we are supposed to import this date time. So just we have seen in the previous session that date and time modules also, date and time functions, we have seen that this now method we have seen to retrieve the current time and date, right? So in order to use those now method also we have to use this date and time date time library. So here also we have to import this date time library before using this time delta. And what is the purpose of this time delta means? Manipulations on dates. Manipulations on dates. So that means, so getting the difference between two dates, specified dates, or so what is the date after some number of days, what is the time after giving some number of hours. So all types of manipulations on dates will be done in this time delta. And this time delta will be having a different parameters. See, I will give you the syntax. So based upon the syntax we can manipulate the dates. Okay. So time delta. So first we have to import the date time. Date time. Okay. Next, time delta. Time delta. Here parameters, days you can mention here, so value we have to specify the value, or hours you can mention the value, minutes you can mention the value, seconds you can mention the value, microseconds you can mention the, you have to mention the value. So based upon given data the time will be set, okay, the new time will be set, right? So don't worry, I will show you I will demonstrate this time delta function with all these parameters by executing a program in the interpreter. So first let us take the current data and we can have a modifications on that particular data. So by using this time delta we can change the time, or we can change the date, or we can change the hours, or we can change the microseconds and everything else, right? So let us move on to the system. So let us move on to the interpreter so that I will demonstrate the program with all these parameters. So one thing we have to remember that before executing the program or before executing this time delta function, we have to import this date time library. So without importing this date time library or a module, we are not able to use this time delta function. We can't manipulate the current dates. Okay. So don't worry. So I will demonstrate the program with all these parameters of time delta, so that everything will be clear, right? Let us move on to the interpreter.
Hello friends, so just now we have seen the time delta function. Now let us see the program demonstrating all the parameters of time delta function. So we'll write one program. So as I have said that this time delta function is available in date time library, so we have to import that before executing the program. So import date time, and mainly this time delta function is useful for manipulating the dates. So first of all let us create the current date. So current date is equal to, so we had a now method in the date time class which is available in date time library. So we are going to use this date time dot date time dot now, right? So if you print this one, this session we have already seen in the previous session, right? So current date comma current underscore date. See, I'm just printing the current date. So once we print this current date, we can manipulate this date by adding some weeks or days or hours, whatever it may be. So time delta dot py. See, I will save this. I will run this module. See, the current date is 15/6/2020 and the present time is 1:55 and 05 seconds and 784,274 milliseconds. Now I will manipulate this one. So new date is equal to, see, let us take this time delta. So time delta is available in datetime library. So datetime dot time delta. We have to access this time delta with the help of the name datetime. So time delta, and here we can have parameters, different parameters, like we can give the days, weeks, hours, minutes, milliseconds. So first let us try one by one. So I am giving some days is equal to some 2 days. So we can get after 2 days what is the date. So see, I am giving here print new date, new date. So let us save this program and let us execute this one. So what we will get? So new date is 2 days. So here the new date is 2 days. Why we are getting this new date means we are not manipulating the current date, just we are displaying the days as 2, right? So in order to manipulate this one, we have to add this to the current date, right? Current date plus. So you can understand this statement. So new date is equal to current date plus date time dot time delta. That means we have to add 2 days for the current date. So new date will be printed here. See, if you execute this one, you can get the current date is 2020 06/15 and the new date is 2 days. I have updated days as 2 days, so 2020 6th month and 17th is the date. So hope you understood. So we are changing the dates. Okay, so if I change this days as 365, so 1 year will be incremented. So let us see. So I'm updating this time delta. That means I'm updating this current date with the 365 days, addition of 365. You can observe this one. Okay, see, I'm executing the program. So you can observe here the 2020 year 6th month 15th date, and here 2021 6th month and 15th day, right? And here also we can also give subtraction. So current date subtraction, so we have to decrement the year, we have to get the decremented year. See, you can observe here. So 2020 6/15 and 2019 6/16, because it's a leap year, right? So you can observe here, if you execute this one, we'll get the correct one, right? So based upon the days, number of days, it will be decremented or incremented. Similarly, we can also increment the weeks. So we can increment the weeks. So I will increment the 1 week. So that means we know that a week consists of 7 days. So 7 days will be dated. So 15/6/2020, and the new date is 1 week from this 15th. That is 22/6/2020, and the time is same. And now, so I can also subtract 1 week from the current date. So I have to get a 7 days less than the current date. So you can observe here 15/6/2020, and the new date is 1 week less than the current date, that is the 8/6/2020. So whatever it may be, we can add or decrement, right? So weeks, and also we can have hours. Hours is equal to some see, I will give hours as 1, So you can get the new date. So 159. So here you can observe the date 15/6/2020, and the new date is also having the same thing. And here the date time is 1:59, and I have added one more hour, so it is 2:59, right? Similarly, here if you decrement the date, if you decrement the hour, see, so you'll get 00:59. If you decrement two hours, see, if you decrement 2 hours, automatically the date should also be changed. Yeah, it's updated, so 2 hours. So I will update 3 hours. I will I will the current date minus 3 hours. So you can get, see, it's 11 and 14. The date is also has been modified based upon the hours. So I am subtracting 3 hours from the current date and time. So present date is 2, and 3 hours I am using 3 hours. So the updated time will be 23 previous day. So the date will also be changed with the respect to of time. Okay, so that's why I have given an example like this. So we can also change the minutes. Minutes is equal to, so here also you can give some minutes, 10 minutes. So you can observe what happens. So see, 150, because here we are decrementing, right? So if you increment the minutes, and if you observe here, so you can get this 2:11. So because now current time is 2:1, and I'm incrementing 10 minutes, so it will be 2:11. Similarly, the minutes, weeks we have seen, hours we have seen, and also the microseconds. We can also give this microseconds as a parameter. So 10 microseconds will be updated here. So you can observe here 96. So 10 means 06. Right. So if you subtract this one, automatically for 10 microseconds will be decremented from the current date and time. See, you can observe here 28, 38. Okay, so like this we can also give this one, and see, I will give this one. So first I will take an example. Days is equal to some 20 days, and I just want to make the difference. Okay, so we can also have the difference. Okay, so I am just adding this one. So the new date is the 20 days from next day. So now I will give the difference. So difference is equal to, so current date minus new date. New date. Okay, and I just print this difference. So I have to get how much difference in between the 2 days. That means the current date and the new date. So you can observe here, see, the current date is 15/6/2020, and the new date is 2020 minus, 5th June, sorry, this is July 2020. So it is having a 20 days, right? So difference is 20 days. Here I am giving the current date minus new date, so we are getting this minus 20. So if you give here new date minus current date, so we'll get the difference in a positive way, because the updated date is a new date, which is 20 days from 15/6/2020. So we are getting these 20 days as a result, the difference. And in terms of weeks also we can have it. So weeks, 20 weeks, sorry, we can have a less. So 2 weeks. So we know that 2 weeks means 14 days. We should have to get the 14 days as a result. So here you can observe here 14 days as a result. Okay, so like this we can apply this time delta module, this function, time delta function, so in order to manipulate the date and time, right? So this is one way we can execute this time delta function. So just by importing this library function date time, So in the second format is just we can create an object for date and time, and so that we can eliminate this prefix of date time library. So see, I will show you the example. So in this program, in the current program, we are not creating any object for this date time, so we are directly using this library function whenever we want to call these functions. So if in order to avoid that, we can also create an object for datetime from datetime library. Import, see, datetime comma time delta. So these are the objects. So see, if you write like this, we can avoid the prefixes. So we can avoid this one also, and also, yeah, this one, right? So see, still even we will get this result, right? So two ways, we can also create an object, or we can just import the this one. If you import only the library, so we have to call everything by using this library function itself, right? So hope you understand, guys. So the main advantage of using this time delta function is used to manipulate the dates. We can have the difference between the current date and the updated date and everything, right? So all the parameters we have seen, that is days. So we can update this date with days, with respect to days, with respect to hours, with respect to minutes, with respect to microseconds, and with respect to weeks. We can also add the current date. I mean, we can update this current date by incrementing the days, or all these parameters, or by decrementing all the parameters. So with respect to time, hours, minutes, microseconds, automatically the date will be modified, right? So hope you understood, guys. So if you are having any doubts regarding this time delta module, so feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. And if you really understood my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.